Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCA Extra. Peter, quite the weekend this weekend as far as weather goes. And really quickly before we jump into what today looks like, let's take a look really quick at some of the some of the lingering effects of what this weekend looks like.
This weekend, yeah.
Still got about almost 6,700 outages. Across Vermont, a lot of that in the southern part of the state.
Yeah, an improvement from where we were yesterday at our peak, yesterday late morning hours.
Yeah.
We were talking about just about 12,500 people without power. Again, it still kind of is that Rutland, especially Windsor County area, that we're seeing the bulk of the power outages here this morning. Again, as a result of all that heavy ice that we saw in a lot of places, between a quarter upwards of a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of ice. And again, doesn't take a whole lot of ice to bring down trees, branches, power lines. So,
and you had mentioned this morning too, I know we went into the 6 o'clock hour, and it was almost like, some of the winds going into today is going to, be kind of a obstacle.
We're still talking about kind of a breeze out there this morning, especially in the Champlain Valley, but even away from the Champlain Valley, a few gusts upwards of 20, 30, 40 miles per hour. And again, that's not going to help in the restoration efforts. Maybe knock out a few more power outages in a few more locations, but it also means when you start talking gusts that high that they can't get up in the bucket trucks and restore power.
Right, and I think this morning too, we were around, I think 5, we were around 4,500 across the state, and now we've bounced 7,000. I mean, an hour or two ago, and now we're just below that. So.
Bounced back up to 6,500. But again, it's also important to remember, and sometimes the utility companies stress this, that you have to take people without power sometimes to get more people back online. So we could be seeing that in some of the numbers as well. Again, we're going to be keeping an eye on that wind today when it comes to restoration efforts. The good news, though, is weather-wise, we're going to be a whole lot quieter than where we were this past weekend. Warmer as well, It's no longer kind of that rain, snow, icy mess that we've been talking about here over the past weekend. Want to show you this. As a matter of fact, got some steadier rain showers out across northern portions of New York right now. Those gradually going to push through here as we head through the later morning hours and into the early afternoon. Temperature-wise, definitely very warm to the west of the Green Mountains right now. 58 for Bennington, 46 Rutland, 50 Burlington, 54 Highgate. Meanwhile, take a look to the east of the Green Mountains. They've got all that cold air trapped in place still. 36 for St. Jay, 39 Lebanon, 39 Springfield. For the most part, I think most of us are going to talk temperatures that climb back into the upper 50s and 60s here as we head towards this afternoon. Otherwise, here's how the day shapes up again. Some of those rain showers pushing through here through the late morning and early afternoon hours. There is a chance that maybe we find a break or two of sunshine here through the afternoon hours today. But again, still a few passing rain showers from time to time. We head towards later this evening. Again, maybe the chance that a few isolated rumbles of thunder here, a few passing rain showers, a few isolated showers and rumbles of thunder could stick around here through the first part of the night tonight. Then come tomorrow morning, take a look at this. It's not passing rain showers anymore. Maybe it's a few isolated, very light snow showers here to start off the day tomorrow. Those going to really die off pretty quickly. We head towards tomorrow afternoon. It's blue skies and sunshine starting to emerge here more and more through the course of your day on Tuesday. In terms of rainfall totals, really not looking to be all that much, between a quarter and upwards of a half an inch of new rain here for most of us. Where we do see potentially a thunderstorm or two, maybe some places could meet or exceed that 1 inch mark here for the rest of the day today. We are keeping an eye on a few rivers, though, as a result of some possible minor flooding again. We had snow, so that we're going to be talking snow melt as well as a little bit of rain today. Again, flooding, not a huge concern at all. Maybe a few rivers just able to jump out of their banks just a bit here. The main culprits right now, the Mad River near Moortown, as well as the East Branch of the Ausable River near Ausable Forks, both of which forecasted to rise into minor flood stage either later this evening or into the early morning hours tomorrow. Really just barely making it into minor flood stage, then cresting, receding, and falling out of flood stage here through the course of your day on Tuesday. The bigger story probably than the flooding situation is going to be those temperatures. Today, a lot of us are going to be talking upper 50s and 60s out there for daytime highs. Take a look at this, straight down as we head towards tomorrow. High temperatures tomorrow afternoon for a lot of us going to be stuck in the 30s, so 25 to probably even 30 degrees cooler than where we are today. Cooler air sticks around for Wednesday before we start to climb back up as we head towards the second half of the work week as well as into the upcoming weekend. Your forecast here for the rest of the day today. Again, for the most part, I think a lot of us are talking generally upper 50s and lower 60s out there. Again, the cooler air to the east of the Green Mountains. You can kind of see places like St. Jay kind of lagging behind just a bit. A daytime high of 55 out there. But notice portions of Rutland, Bennington County potentially making a run up towards that 70-degree mark, especially if they can see a break or two of sunshine. That will really drive up their temperatures here through the rest of the day today. Tonight, overnight lows, they'll fall back into the upper 20s and 30s, so all that cold air making its arrival here tonight. Maybe a few spotty snow showers here to start off the day early tomorrow. Otherwise, though, those quickly diminishing, and we're going to get a good amount of sunshine going into tomorrow afternoon. That sunshine really not going to do a whole lot to warm us up. We'll talk temperatures here stuck in the 30s for a lot of us, maybe a few low to mid 40s off to the south here for tomorrow afternoon. Now look at that 7-day forecast again. A bit more cloud cover here for the day on Wednesday. There is a chance at a little bit of light wintry mix Wednesday night and into the early morning hours on Thursday. At this point, that's not looking like anything that we saw like this past weekend. A lot lighter in nature, probably not nearly as impactful. Thursday, we're back over to plain old rain because, well, temperatures are in the upper 50s and 60s. Quieter here for Friday and Saturday, maybe a few passing rain showers for Sunday. Temperatures here to close out the 7-day forecast, generally upper 40s, lower 50s, and that's pretty close to where we should be here for this time of year.
No, absolutely, Peter. Almost like it dips down a little bit and then levels out.
Dips down really quickly here for Tuesday and Wednesday, then starting to rebound back to seasonable levels here as we close out the 7-day.
I was over the weekend. I went home to Massachusetts, and I feel like I came out almost unscathed a little bit. I saw that there was decent amount of snow here in Burlington, now all gone. But not completely, though. There's still a good amount of snow and wind, or rain and wind. Especially kind of driving back up yesterday by the time I reached Woodstock.
Just a really kind of incredible pattern that we saw set up. The one thing that I was looking at closely was Connecticut, actually. Eastern Connecticut, temperatures 40s, 50s.
Okay.
Western Connecticut, you head down towards places like New Haven. They were at 70.
It's my old stomping grounds.
So we were talking about a 35-degree temperature gradient in about 30, 40 miles.
All you kids going out to Toad's Place in Connecticut.
Oh my gosh.
Probably good night for it.
Are you talking about Quinnipiac now?
I will say, Peter, it was almost like a drop of a hat, though, because I crossed into New Hampshire. And then I want to say, I don't know, it was a matter of 20 minutes or so, and all of a sudden, you could see the trees start to ice over on the top, and then before you knew it was snow. It was 20 minutes drive.
It was also crazy about how some places where we saw the snow and it quickly dropped off. I mean, the northern half of the area, it was basically, as we forecasted, a very widespread 4 to 8 inches of new snow. Started to head south just a little bit. Those totals quickly dropped off.
And still not as much of a silver lining, too. The mountains, too. A lot of icing on the chairs. I know Killington had posted a picture of some of the ice schools, Bromley as well. And, I mean, it's I think it's a sign of the times. Sign of the season.
Sign of the season. Sign of the season for sure. I mean, the weather whiplash that we're kind of used to in the early spring, and that's exactly what we've been talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Peter, thank you. Of course, we will be back on Channel 3 News at noon. You can see all of our content at WCAX.com. And, of course, keep you up to date as far as this weather goes.
Absolutely.
With the WCAX weather app.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks, Peter.